So we're back from our break. And while we were gone, I was thinking to myself, as I often do, really the top 3 sections or topics, if you will, of this employee-assisted housing is home ownership / renting. Mm-hmm. Yes?
Yes.
And then tell me, what's the other 2?
Financial assistance.
Financial assistance, and then the counseling. Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to me about financial assistance.
Well, financial assistance runs into the one area of it is, can the employer help support any of the down payment or any of the programs that an employee would need to buy or even to rent. So we could look at everything from, think about match savings.
Okay.
Or lease options. Can the employer step in and help an employee with financing their property? And use a variety of different ways. We have about 10 different ways that we do that.
And isn't one of them kind of like a perk? So like a sign-on bonus. Instead of a sign-on bonus, we'll pay for your closing costs.
Correct.
Something like that.
Or we have a grant that you don't have to pay back if you stay with the company for 5 years.
Right.
You know, those kinds of financial assistance is what people are looking for. You know, a bonus is great, of course, but if I can buy a home and get into a home for me and my family, that may be a better option for some people.
Did you hear my voice? It was weird. I was like, right. I don't know where that came from. That was weird. And then we talked. Sorry.
You're taking testosterone
Sidebar.
shots
Yes.
or
Hello. I'm Chris T. So sorry. Sidebar. We have counseling too. Right?
Yeah, counseling is another section of that.
Mary just snorted. That was funny. Yes, we have counseling.
Yeah, so you can think about one-on-one counseling or if people need additional assistance. So in that area of the business model, we team up with housing counselors.
Right.
You okay,
Sorry,
Christy?
I am.
Christy,
yes. So counselors, right. Housing counselors.
Housing counselors,
right.
HUD-approved housing counselors,
okay,
who will come on site with us as well because you have people who have lots of issues that they need to have worked out before they are ready to buy a home. So we don't want to leave those people out either.
Like psychological issues or financial issues? Okay.
Yeah, with you hanging around, yeah.
I need some help before I purchase a home.
Yes.
So HUD housing lady, help me.
Yes.
Okay, good.
The contract is not enforceable or valid if you're not mentally stable.
If you're not all present. That's right.
So
thanks for that clarification,
you're
Tamika.
Welcome. That's my teaching side coming out. We learned that in pre-license course. Sound mind.
Hey, that reminds me of a question I had on a test.
Oh, my goodness.
It's like, is a contract void or voidable? Like, what's the difference between void and voidable?
Christy?
Yeah. Reel it back in?
We have a class on that. Reel it back in.
I got to figure out the answer to that because I don't know the difference between void and voidable. And I know it might sound to a lot of our listeners and viewers right now pretty obvious, like if a contract is void or voidable. But those questions, I'm telling you, when you take that test, they trick you.
You got in trouble in school, didn't you?
No, never. I was a really good student
You
in school.
lie too?
No. But I did get in trouble a lot with talking. That was always on my report card, like every single
Christy,
conference.
the counselor.
Right.
The counseling for the home buyer and the renter.
Right. We're coming back to that topic. So the counselor would come back and they would talk to you about getting prepared to become a homeowner and what it looks like and
Right. So the counselor, because there may be people within that organization who may, let's think about those folks who may be in trouble and who may have missed some payments. Where did they go?
Right.
You know.
Well, and that's where short sales come into play.
And foreclosure prevention, and that's where the counselors come in.
Right.
And they're on site, or they can call them up and say, hey, I've missed a couple payments. What am I supposed to do? Because a lot of times there aren't outlets for people to do that. They're not going to go to HR with that information and say, hey, HR, I know you guys just cut me a check last week, but I'm now losing my house.
Right.
That, that's not, it doesn't kind of fit for a lot of people to go and do that.
Right.
So that's what the counselors come in and do and help with that process.
So good. So then we have those counselors.
Those HUD-approved counselors.
Those HUD-approved counselors. How do you become a HUD-approved counselor? Do you know?
Do you want to be one?
I'm just curious. I didn't know how
HUD actually has a training program that they take people through. It's training. They start a nonprofit organization, and you go through so many hours to be certified. But if folks want to find a housing counselor, they can go to HUD.gov and then put their city or zip code in, and it'll show you the nearest counseling center.
Gotcha.
to you, where you can go and get assistance with foreclosure prevention and that kind of thing.
Very good.
All kinds of help, not just that, but it could be financial literacy classes and other things that can help you keep your house and maintain your house.
And don't they have on that HUD site is a very
Don't get
knowledgeable.
lost. I don't want you to go on there.
Holy cow. Well, you can get lost really quickly.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it's
why I don't want you to go on there.
well, but I've been on there and I've survived. Did you? Yeah. But I mean, it's a lot of good information
Right.
on there for various topics
Yes.
that have to do with
Their HUD.
housing and urban development.
Yeah.
.gov.
.gov.
HUD.gov. Okay, so is this a good time to take a break?
No.
Yep. All right, we're going to
Okay,
take a break.
I'll play nice. Yeah, we'll take a break.
Break time. All right. You're watching us on TV25.10, and you're listening to us on Smart Companies Thinking Bigger Radio at blogtalkradio.com. Real Estate Matters with Tamika Bryan and Christy Porter. We'll be right back.